News story are the results for TNA. Well, I guess it's still called TNA.
I don't know. That's something I wanted to ask you. They call themselves TNA, but they also just call themselves Impact Wrestling. I don't understand.
They're not even using the logo TNA. They're not using anything TNA on the show.
Yeah, but the TNA logo is still on the belt. What's up with that?
It's hard to tell.
R-Truth asked, "What's up?"
Okay, Slammiversary. Here we go. The Tag Team Championship match between the British Invasions and James Storm and Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley was taking the place of Robert Roode because Robert Roode got injured.
Right, and the winners were James Storm and Shelley.
Shelley with the pin.
And I don't care.
Why don't you care?
Well, I don't know. But
Why
it just
don't
seems,
you? Can't you feel the impact?
I don't feel the impact.
All right, you don't feel the impact.
Okay.
Next match. Exciting match.
In
Scott Steiner.
Matt Morgan versus a skeleton. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was Scott Steiner. I thought it was a dead man.
There's got to be a skeleton somewhere within that dead steroid tissue in his body.
Anyway, it was Matt Morgan via pinfall.
Yeah. Woo!
All right.
Yeah, Matt Morgan. He's a blueprint.
Good, Matt Morgan. You killed Scott Steiner, and I guess in 1992 that matters.
Yeah, he's a freakzilla.
Yeah. In the X division, you had Brian Kendrick and Kazarian versus Abyss, and the winner was the Monster Abyss.
Yeah, this was a triple threat. I think it's so I don't know, messed up that Abyss is the X division champion. He's really not an X division wrestler at all, but I guess they have their slogan of what is it? X division. There's no weight.
It's not about weight limits. It's about no limits.
No limits. Yeah. Whatever.
Moving on. Samoa Joe versus Crimson.
Woo!
And Crimson wins.
Crimson.
Because he's on a streak, Goldberg style streak,
which has been done over and over and over. By the way.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, Goldberg. I know there's got to be somebody. I think Dolph Ziggler was on a sort of winning streak when he first started out too.
It's old. Let's get over it, guys.
It's done. And he looks like a weird red-headed stepchild with tattoos. Crimson, by the way.
In the TNA Knockouts match, Angelina Love versus Mickie James. Mickie James via pinfall with a crappy DDT.
She did this horrible tornado DDT from the top rope.
I didn't get to see it.
That it was so bad that the audience even groaned when they saw it. I mean, that's how horrible it was.
She's doing like some kind of farmer's daughter gimmick, right?
Hardcore country.
Yeah, that's a weird gimmick.
She didn't even come out on Impact. I thought that was kind of strange. She's the Knockouts champion, but
well, that's true. She didn't, did she?
She didn't come out at all.
Yeah, you had the Knockouts title match.
You have this feud with Velvet Sky and Miss Tessa Mocker versus ODB, and now Jackie's back.
Right, I saw that.
Jackie's back. She looks the same.
She does.
Big old black ties.
All right then.
R-Truth likes that.
I see.
All right.
Okay. Moving on. The last man standing match between Bully Ray and AJ Styles. Bully Ray, Brother Ray.
He won via the 10 count, and this is actually, I think, the match that stole the night. A lot of the TNA viewers really liked this match above all the rest of them because it was a really hardcore match. I mean, they were going at it really, really hard. And AJ ended up going through the floor after he took a dive from, I believe it was one of the stages. He took a dive, and Bully Ray got out of the way, so he went through the floor, and that's how Bully Ray got the 10 count.
Okay.
There you go.
And in your world title match,
which is I'm sorry, I want to interject. This is really strange. You have the world title match before the main event.
That's part of the problem with TNA is your titles don't mean anything, and even though they have them on these younger talents, they have them on the guys that are the future of the business, they're really being overshadowed by your older guys.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that title was Mr. Anderson, I'm not gonna do the impression. Versus Sting. And we had Sting losing here.
Yeah,
and,
he lost the belt.
Getting very upset.
Bischoff came to somehow interfere, and also, strangely, Bischoff's son was the referee of the match, and there's some controversy surrounding the referee because he did a fast count, or he saw something that he shouldn't have seen. I don't know. I was just surprised that was actually Bischoff's son. Nepotism. Right. Nepotism.
What's up? And lastly, we alluded to it, was Kurt Angle versus Jeff Jarrett. You had Kurt Angle winning via submission, but Jeff Jarrett got the last word because he came out on Impact and beat the crap out of Kurt Angle, told him to leave and go start studying to be in the Olympics or whatever.
But ended up. Did you see that match, the parking lot brawl?
I saw Angle get beat up.
It was really like an MMA style kind of thing in the parking lot. I thought it was pretty funny because he had all these wrestlers standing around cheering him on. I think I saw the Pope eating chips as he was watching the fight. And
you mean the wrestler Pope, right?
Yeah,
not the actual Pope.
No, not the actual Pope. He wasn't there. He wasn't there, but he was eating chips, and he had all the other wrestlers yelling all these weird things, random things, and it looked like Jeff Jarrett won, but Kurt Angle stood up and he put Jarrett into some kind of chokehold, and he made Jarrett tap out, and Jarrett, instead of saying I quit or tap out, he said adios, because I guess that's Jarrett's way of going to Mexico, because he's going to be off TV for a while. So he lost, actually.
Yeah.
He lost the match.
But he did beat up Kurt Angle afterwards and told him that he's never going to leave TNA, or because he created it, and that Kurt Angle should go practice for the Olympics or whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, which I think is really cool. I mean, he's really old. Not really old, but he is going to be competing in the 2012
Senior Olympics, right?
Gosh.
No?
If he was here, he'd totally put you in ankle lock.
Maybe.